We're Retro Talk Forum.
Come on through. Let's talk kicks. Let's talk 80s and 90s nostalgia, man.
What's good? What's good? What's good, people? We're back in the house for another episode of Retro Talk Forum podcast. I'm your boy, one half of the podcast, Black Ass African, BAA, the sneaker historian, Marvin Sassam, and we're gonna go ahead and pass it right on off to my co-host.
Wrong way. Boy, Hot Dog 18, aka Hop. Here, one half of Retro Talk Forum, man, and I'm looking forward to this episode tonight, man. We got a distinguished guest in the building.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh no,
yeah, we gotta say that. We gotta say that.
It's the truth. We got a distinguished guest in the building, and we're just gonna get straight to it, man. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Brian, Duke 4005. I'm a product reviewer for WEARTESTERS. I've been doing this for 10, 11 years, I think. I started off at Counter Kicks, if anybody's old enough to remember that. And before that, it was just pretty much play ball and let people know what I thought on Nike Talk.
Nike Talk.
Hell yeah.
That's a blast from the past.
Those are the days right there.
When Professor K decided he wanted to go work for Nike instead of review Nikes, I started writing reviews on Nike Talk. They had a product review section and hit it off of there. And then there was a guy named John Brilliant who ran Counter Kicks, and he saw it and hit me up on if I wanted to come write reviews for his website. And that's how it got rolling.
That's dope,
nice.
Man. That's dope.
Nice.
Dope.
Nike Talk, man. So did you have the same name on Nike Talk?
I did until they reset, was it 5 or 6 years ago when they wiped everything out and restarted the servers?
Yeah.
And I went from 4005 to just Duke 40. I'm still on there some, but I don't get on there as much because there's too much conflict on there, and I don't have time for that.
They Jesus, they do have an IG page, but that's an old website.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was where you found out the new releases.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That was the social media of its time.
Right.
Was it Nike Park is what it was until about 2000. Then Nike Talk came in and said, here we go.
See, I got on there a little bit later. I got on there when it was Nike Talk.
Yeah.
But I just went on there to look and just to see what was coming out. So I wasn't on there never really engaging. But matter of fact, about a year ago, not too long ago, I looked up. I think I still got my account on there, and I think it's still the same thing.
Mine gone.
So
yeah,
they do have an IG page though. They do have an IG page.
Yeah. The IG page is I think it's not Nelson. I was trying to think of which one it is. It's one of the owners of Nike Talk, and it's not their like official Nike Talk page. It's just his page. He named it Nike Talk.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It may be Nelson. It may be Nelson. The one
I think it is Nelson.
The one
his last name started with a C, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's him.
Yep.
Because I think I tagged him on a few of my posts back in the past.
Yeah.
So I think it is.
Yeah. He's got it. You're right. It's Nike Talk _com. But it's got his name, Nelson Cabral.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So, wow, Nike Talk, man, that's a blast from the past right there.
I made the worst mistake of my life on Nike Talk one time. I decided I think it was August of 2000. I was done with shoes, sneakers, all that. I was through with it. And I got on Nike Talk and I sold OG Fire Red 5s with 23 on the heel, OG Pearl Foamposite Pros, OG Flint 13s, OG Oxide 14s. What was there? Was one more pair. I sold 5 pair for $200 total.
Oh, hold on 1 second, man.
They weren't.
Lord have mercy.
They weren't brand new. I wore them. I played in them.
It don't matter, man. I need that. Yeah. I need that Jordan 5 with that 23 on the side.
Well,
man.
I did. I sold them straight out, and I was done. And like a month later, I started looking back through like the ISS when they had, and then what was Vintage USA was the other one you could go on and find shoes. And I started looking back trying to find them again, and it was lost cause by then.
Man, I was kind of like the same way because I started working at Foot Locker in like '99. I had bought the OG Black Toe 14s for $39, and I did the same thing. I hooped in them and just dogged them out. The OG Snakeskin 11 lows, bought those for $29.99
Mm-hmm.
and hooped in them.
Yeah.
And hooped in them, and then went on pickyourshoes.com and saw they was going for $500, and I was like,
Pick Your Shoes is another classic too.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
That's another classic too.
That's why people don't. I mean, looking at the Jordan 1s now, my first Jordan was the Jordan 1 in '85. I was in 6th grade, and I can remember, arguing with mom and dad at the shoe store about paying $65 for a pair of Jordans, and trying to squeeze my feet into the Sky Jordan so I could get them for $40 because that was the most shoes in the pay.
Much cheaper shoe, right?
Yeah, it was it. And so I ended up getting the Chicago's, and I didn't get another pair until my senior year of high school when I got the 6s, the black infrareds, and they were on a buy one get one half off at J.C. Penney. And I grabbed those.
They don't know J.C. Penney used to sell them J's.
Funk too, man.
Those and the Billy Hoyle Command Forces is what I got. They were $150 for the pair.
Right.
And that set me for senior year, and that was when it started rolling for sneakerhead right there, man.
Man. So we're gonna get into all that, man. So let's right real quick. Let's jump in this chat and see who's in the building. You want to take care of that, Hal?
Yeah, I'll take care of it real quick. Let me scroll up to the top. So let's see. T Marsh in the building. Appreciate you coming through.
Team
Money.
South.
Team South. Sound like Elmer Fudd. J Jeff. Sean. I can never get his last name right.
It's either Mebane or Mabane.
Mebane.
He's gonna have to send us a voice text, man. On that.
Right. Dre Day Kicks. Sneaker Connoisseur. Like I said, J Jeff. Handsome V, DeCarlo in the building. Jesus, what's going on, brother? CCP, I saw CCP in the building earlier. Chill Town, Erica in the building. Dub P, the Trap, salute Yunte. Chris Neely in the building, class and session. Appreciate you, brother.
Young OG, that's on Young OG right there.
Blackout Custom, salute. Dope battle last night, bro. I never seen them dunks before, bro. Dope pull. Our brother Cadillac Jackson in the building. OG Sneakers in the building.
OG.
Let's see who else we got. Polo and Jay's in the building. Another OG in the building.
Polo
Appreciate you coming through. Shout out to the Monday Midso. Also, like I said, Caddy and OG talking kicks. Mel Swag in the building.
Mel.
Let's see. OG Warren C in the building. Appreciate your OG. Oh yeah, had to rock the shirt. You already? Let's see. Flash in the building. Appreciate you coming through, bro.
Flash.
Super GQ. And let's see. I think that might be it. Sign in the building. Appreciate you hopping through, Sign.
Cross that border.
Let me see. I think that might be it. I think that's it, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Let me give you your proper welcome. Listen, hold on one second. Hold on. Where we at?
What's up? What up?
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody coming in the building.
Yes, sir.
We don't normally say this, but if you can hit that thumbs up, give us a like.
That's right.
Right. We'll get into it real quick. I'm gonna show my two little pickups real quick. And hold on one second. Before we haven't done this, we didn't do this last show. Shout out to Live Heavy Clothing, our sponsor. Defy your genetics and defy your greatness. Great customer service. Check him out. If you want a discount, use Retro Talk Forum. If not, support him and pay full price. But we appreciate you, Beard. We're gonna get into this real quick. I'm gonna show my two little pickups. I'm gonna get out the way, and I'm gonna let the two OGs handle their business.
Now we're gonna go down now.
This one right here is and I don't know if you got this one yet or not. What should I call you, Brian or Duke?
It don't matter.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna call you B. We're gonna call
That'll
you
work.
All right. So you might have this one already. I don't know if you get this shoe or not, but this shoe right here, I saw this shoe restock. They only had like a couple sizes, and they just happen to have my size, and it actually matches my shirt. So I actually picked up the Bordeaux 6s. There's a love hate. Go ahead, brother.
I got early access on the sneakers app. First time ever I've gotten early access for those. They were not on my radar at all until I got early access, and I thought, I've got to buy them because what else can happen? And when I got them in hand, that shoe is nice.
Yes, it is. It is, bro. And really, to be honest with you, I really didn't pay this shoe any attention. And this shoe is actually sitting, from what I've heard.
It is. It's sitting. It's sitting
This
where
shoe
I'm
is
at.
sitting in some spots, but this shoe wasn't on my radar really until Beard really called it to my attention. He was talking about. I said, "Well, let me go back and look at this shoe." And I actually looked at it, and like I said, it matches. It actually matches my shirt.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to
And
Beard Jedi talking
That
kicks.
that yellow brings it out.
Yeah,
That yellow and that burgundy brings it out.
Right.
And the thing that set that shoe off for me was how they made the clear on the outsole already worn.
yeah. It's like
No,
a
it's
It's
smoke
got a
break.
smoke. Yeah, it's like a smoke.
Yep, and then
Now
the
let-
tongue,
now-
the see-through tongue right there on the holes where
I
they kind
wish-
of made it smoke.
I wish they would have made this right here the same color as back here
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stitching of like the jump
to
man
bring
in the air.
to bring that out,
Yeah.
or at least make it
Yeah.
all burgundy, or green, or blue. You know, I'm definitely thinking about changing laces. They got a burgundy pair that comes with it. I'm thinking about changing that. So
yeah, I tried that and it blended in with the tongue a lot, so I'll
That's-
switch back to the black.
now this one right here, I don't know if this one is on your radar or not, B, but and when I saw this shoe, I was like, man, I know the quality is gonna be insane on this shoe. But I picked up the Food Fight Sauconys.
Man, yeah, BAA showed those to me on Instagram, and I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
those out anywhere yet.
This is a beautiful shoe, bro. This
It
is a
is,
combination of all the shoes that was dealing with food that Saucony had. Saucony
Yeah.
made. So it's kind of like a Weta. I actually have the avocado toast and the Cafe Du Monde's.
Yeah,
which is
right
this
there.
right here.
Yeah,
I actually have those two also, but you can kind of see I already switched the laces in them.
yep.
This is the other shoe. There's another part of the Cafe Du Monde's. But this
Yeah, the
shoe is
green
just a
one.
dope shoe, in my opinion. The quality is insane. Beautiful shoe altogether.
Now watch B. He gonna have on his Instagram. He gonna make a fire ass post wearing them shoes with some socks. Watch. He gonna have a fire ass post, man.
I'm on the hunt now. I'm on the hunt already.
I have not gotten into Sauconys that much. I wore them when I was younger, when it was
Mhm.
spot built, and I haven't gotten back into them that much. There's a guy on Instagram called Sneaker Grandpa. It's
Mhm.
down in Austin, about 3.5 hours south of me,
Mhm.
and he's got some nice ones. And I've followed him and tried to get into them, but I just haven't done it for some reason yet.
They're very comfortable now, man.
Yeah.
They are very comfortable, man. You know.
Well, I started a brand y'all may know, Carhu. I
Ooh.
started getting into them a little bit. and-
Hey, a lot of people don't know about that now.
No,
Man, hey, didn't I say something about Carhu the last show? Was it the
Yeah.
last show or something I was on? I was
Yeah.
like, man, y'all got to get with these brands. They bring that dope quality and craftsmanship, man, and they comfortable, bro. I'm still looking for my very first pair.
that's what I found on. I think it was Sneakers and Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a pair for like $50. I wasn't gonna get them. Didn't need them. Of course, nobody does. But
Yeah.
for $50, I'm gonna check them out. And yeah, they're nice. They're nice. The materials on them are really nice.
I saw him in person when I was in Wish ATL. Shout out to Wish.
Yeah.
They had like a few pairs, and I just saw the quality, and I just started paying attention from there. It's just that right. It's that right pair for me that I need to get. I just got to find it. That's it. Once I find it, trust and believe I will post it.
Yeah, and I haven't tried any of their performance stuff yet. Just their retros and their the OG stuff. But
Right.
they're nice.
Right.
Real quick, Black. We had a couple more people pop in. We got the section in here. D Blake. Salute D Blake.
Shout out to D Blake.
Dope customizer right there with the rise, bro.
Hey man,
Check him out.
I'm very into like low riders, bro. Like I'm into that shit. I'm into low riders. I still got like low rider books from the 80s and the 90s, bro. That's how deep I'm into low riders. So shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to D Blake. Yeah, Juggernaut of Souls in here. 10.5 in here. Skip goes hard.
Looking
Coffee
at
with
it.
the foe. Yeah, ain't it, man?
Team South.
Yeah, the section. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. If one of us ever hit the lottery, my boy Black, he got something he gonna ship out there to you.
Shit.
My bad. Go ahead,
Shit.
brother. Just wanted to shout them everybody out in the chat.
So it's my turn, right? So very quickly, I got a few of them. So let me go ahead and show these real quick. So shout out to my peoples in Atlanta. I got this hat in. It's a vintage shop in Atlanta in the East Village. It's called Versus ATL. Shipped out this hat to me. They had their 6-year anniversary this past weekend, or 2 weekends ago. I'm sorry. And they had the shirt and the shirt to match. I just wanted the hat. Thought it was a dope hat. You can see it got the Atlanta Braves vibe. Very dope. So shout out to Leo, Danny, and John, and the guys over there at Versus ATL. My second one, had it for a little while, but I never got a chance to show it. A lot of people probably know, and a lot of people probably don't know, but I'm a very big Delta Force fan, and I had to get these Delta Forces when I saw them. So I'm taking you back to 1989 with these right here.
Golly.
It's
You see why I went first, B. You see why I went first.
Yeah, I know.
The 1989 Delta Force ST. You can see the Delta Force on the tongue. Let it focus. Yeah, Nike Air on the back, of course. These shoes are still very wearable. As long as you got that rubber outsole, that right there, you good money. So that's that 1989. Then I'm moving up to 1993. Shout out to my boy Cadillac Jackson, because I know he can appreciate this shoe right here. And this is I call this a Will Smith. 1993 Air Force High. That's what they was called.
No sense.
David Robinson's.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know he wore them shoes.
Nah, they don't. This was 93, and I think he won the was it that same season he won the scoring title? Or was it 94?
The last day of the year, he's won the scoring title.
He scored 71 points, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it right there.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
Hey, Caddy. That was my first call. Cutlass Supreme, bro. Why you playing? But these are dope, man. I had to have these. Like I said, I got a second pair of these, which I got the white and red pair. OG all brand new in the box. So I'm waiting on these to retro.
You know they'll mess them up.
We were talking about that right before the show.
I mean, the upper is not what I'm worried about. I just want the midsole.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I did get the Saucony Shadow 6000. Man, these are dope. The food fights, these are dope, man.
Yeah, now you definitely want them.
Let me know, man. They still sell.
I may be on hold for a little while.
I got you. But these are dope, man. Had to have these. I ain't do nothing with them yet. So that's all the pickups I got. Now back to you.
My turn.
Now we're gonna get into the show, man. That way you can go ahead and start showing your stuff out.
All right. One more time, my bad. LaShawn Terry in the building, Beto's Kicks and Beer Jet, our sponsor. Appreciate y'all coming through.
Yes, sir. LaShawn, Beto's. All right, so real quick, for the people that don't know you, give them a backstory of who you are.
Oh,
how you got started in this whole sneaker thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, just like everybody else, everybody wanted Jordan 1s when they were kids. And that's what got me into it, is watching the NBA players. Being a kid, and I'd watch Big East basketball on CBS, and then beg mom to take me to the mall right after that to see the shoes that were at Foot Action and Foot Locker, that, the Terminators and the Solo Flights and all that Georgetown was wearing. The gray and navy combo. Yeah, I had to go see those. And then when I got old enough, started working at Champs. And that was right around the time the Insta Pumps were out. And I gravitated to Reebok in a heartbeat. Jordan retired. There wasn't a real, the 8s, the 9s, the 10s. Nobody was really on those back then. The retros failed around 94. So everybody was going Reebok. Everybody was going something else. Just went through life like that, got married, had kids, and the sneaker money kind of went on hold. And then when I started, I was probably 11, 12 years ago when I started writing reviews for Counter Kicks. I always had enough basketball shoes where I had a little rotation.
Mhm.
A couple pairs of J's, some 12, some 13, something like that. But when I started riding the counter kicks, the first review I did was a Derrick Rose shoe, the Supernatural Creator. And as soon as we published that review, the designer, Robbie Fuller, who's over at Anta now leading their basketball team, he hit me up with an email, started talking to me back and forth about the next D-Rose shoe he was working on, what did I like, dislike. And then from there, the brands just started sending me product to review. Started off with Adidas, and then Jordan Brand got in on it. Really, the only Under Armour since day one has been behind me. The only real company that hasn't really provided anything for performance is Nike.
Mhm.
Mm.
I wonder why.
As I was told by one of their PR people at an event one time, it doesn't matter if I say their shoe is good or bad. It's a Nike. It's going to sell.
Yeah.
So,
That sounds about right.
yeah.
So regardless of the negative press or the positive press, it's gonna sell out regardless.
It doesn't, as long as it's got KD or LeBron or Kyrie or somebody on it, it's going to sell. Now,
That's pretty much them saying like, "Hey, we don't need you."
exactly.
That's
be gone.
That's Nike.
Which was funny to me because Jordan Brand was sending me multiple colorways of the D Wades when he was with them, and the Jordan 2012s that had the big stack box.
Yeah,
and they sent me a Carolina blue and gray pair of the 2012s, and it's a nice shoe. But I emailed the guy back that sent it to me, and I said, "Hey, my screen name's Duke. I can't wear Carolina colorway." And no lie, he sent me the green and gray neon pair, and I said, "What are you going to do with the Carolina pair?" He goes, "eBay it, get rid of it, whatever. It costs you more to ship it than it will us to make another pair." So,
wow,
yeah. The stuff, man. I'm telling you, the stuff you see on this side of it, man.
Mind blowing.
It makes you really wonder about some of the stuff that we buy. Right. That's why I've got an appreciation now for the smaller companies that are putting out quality materials and shape and that kind of thing, and not the next new technology that's going to be gone next year.
Right. So quickly, first of all, what was that first shoe that you bought with your own money? And do you have, I guess, either that shoe or the retro of that shoe?
Man, I do not have that shoe. The first shoe I bought with my own money was probably the Nike Huarache. Yeah, the Nike Huarache Light. The black and orange and purple runner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It had the black spandex sleeve over the toe. Right. And they retroed it in 15 or 16, and the midsole was so hard I couldn't even wear the thing, so I let it sit. The original it was one of the first iterations of Phylon, and it had a full-length air inside of it, and it's super comfortable. I wore that shoe for everything. And then when the retro came out, I got real happy, and then I tried them on, and it was just hard rubber, hard polyurethane midsole, and I couldn't wear them.
Okay, so real quick, you said that you started just gravitating towards Reebok, right?
Yes.
So what was that one Reebok that just stood out to you and just said, you know what, I'm gonna rock with Reebok for a minute?
It was the black top when they came out with the black top.
That was 91.
And then above the rim. So my junior year of high school, my basketball shoe was the all black Boulevards.
Oh, the low tops.
Yes, the all black Boulevard. It looked like a ref shoe. Only it said, had the white Reebok there. I wore those. Inside, wore those outside, everywhere. And then after that, I went to the ATR, which the vertical 2, that line. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, after that, you had Rain Man coming in. I never was a big Shaq shoe fan, just because I wasn't a big fan of Shaq back then.
Mm-hmm.
But when Sean Kemp started coming out, that was my high school number, was 40 for Sean Kemp. And then when he started getting his kamikazes, and I went straight for those.
So that was your high school shoe when you played ball in high school?
The Boulevard was my junior year. And then my senior year, we wore it was a Converse shoe, and I can't think of the name of it now. It was the one Kevin. It was the Kevin Johnson with the strap and the React Juice.
Oh, the Run and Slam.
Yes, the Run and Slam.
Run and Slam.
Our team bought the Converse for my senior year, and that's what we wore.
They need to retro that shoe too.
With juice that don't leak.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna do that though. I don't think because the last Larry Johnson that they brought out, it just had air in it. It wasn't even no juice. It was just a pocket.
What was the Spreewell shoe they brought? It wasn't a Spreewell shoe, but he wore it. The
voltage,
huh?
The voltage.
Yeah, and they made it the women's casual shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple of pairs of those in outlets, and that's a shame. That's a dang shame on that shoe.
Man, you just got to think, man. You know, back in the day, how they used to bring out all these brands. You know, like forget Nike right now. We just talking about other brands. Yeah. Like, man, they was bringing it. You had a lot of competition back in the day.
Yes.
So now, up to now, you don't even have that. It's like everybody knows Nike is number one. So whoever's number 2 and 3 and 4 is pretty much y'all the same level, but you're not on the level of Nike.
And when I was hitting the Reeboks, don't get me wrong, I had a Nike, I had the Maestros and Maestro 2s, still my favorite shoe to ball in. I had the Bounds, I had the Swifts, the Pippen Dunk on Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
I had those, and man, if those retro, it's over for me.
Don't talk about Ewing, man. I'm real sensitive when you talk about Ewing. I'm real sensitive.
I had those because I wasn't buying Jordans. He wasn't playing, so I was buying those. Stay away from Barclays because they were $140, $150. So I stayed in that $90 to $110 range for Nike if I was buying them because we're playing outside all the time. I wasn't going to scrap $150 Barkley out there.
Right. You got a question real quick, Up?
No, man. Like I said, just listening to the high school talk, you know what I mean? That brought back a lot of memories for me because I remember I had the black tops. Those were really made for outdoors. You know what I mean? And it was. How was they for you on the court?
Oh, they were great. Yeah, they were great.
I bet they had plenty of traction for you.
Oh man,
the traction probably was killer.
Everything back then, if you remember, everything back then was traction.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah. Didn't Larry Johnson with Converse come out? Because I want to say I had this shoe. I moved outside with it. Low top. Was it low top?
It's kind of a mid.
It was a mid, yeah. That was their version of it was like 93, 94, I think that Tormax came out. Yeah.
I want to say I had a low top version of that shoe, but it was black and white.
You know what?
That's it.
There was a low top that had a black and white cut on it, but I can't think of what the name of it was. It looked kind of like a kamikaze low.
Yeah, it was almost kind of like that.
I think it was
JC,
the Tormax.
Bro? I don't remember the name, but I remember that I remember hooping outside in a little church basketball tournament in that shoe. It was like a 3-on-3, and I wore that shoe because
I had was like a tan and a black. It was tan and black colorway, but it had the panels kind of like a kamikaze. So that made me fit.
It did kind of remind you of a kamikaze.
Man, y'all gonna make me go back in the and try to find.
I stumped you on that one, huh?
No, I mean because I think it's the Tormax though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I remember. Probably my first shoe that I had that kind of really, because in high school I wanted to be kind of different, and I remember getting the command forces in high school, and I sat outside of, I think it may have been Just for Feet, and waited till they opened up because I got me some Christmas money, and I went and bought that shoe. So that's really what kind of turned it on for me because it was a guy in our school. He had the ones with the Volt on the back, and I got the ones the Spurs colorway that had the silver with the teal on it, and that's kind of really what started it off for me, as far as like getting into other brands. But my first shoe that really started it off for me was the white and fire red 4s when I was in the 8th grade, and that got me into J's right there. It was a wrap.
See, I'm going to commit blasphemy here. I never liked the 4s. I loved the 3s. The 3 was my shoe. Mm-hmm. And when they put the wings on it, I never could get with the 4s for some reason. Probably because I didn't have the money for them after I bought the 3s.
Hey, Duke, don't get clapped.
I'm going to get cut off right here.
Don't get clapped.
No, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the shoe and the lineage and where it stands in the Jordan line. And I do agree. It's a top 5 Jordan, maybe top 3. But I never did appreciate it because I just never had a pair.
Yeah. See, I was never able to get the threes, but the shoe that was the shoe that turned me on to Jordan because it was a guy in my church. He had the fire red threes, and I was like, man, what shoe is that? And he got them for Christmas, and then I was like, man, I got to get me a pair of those. Couldn't find the threes. Saved up my little cutting grass money, and got the white fire red fours right before school started.
You know, back in the day, man, we were cutting grass. That was our GoFundMe right there to get what we need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But as far as me, like back, I just say like 80. I say 88. Like 88 came around. I was like junior high going into high school, and I saw the threes, and I was like, well, what is that red thing on the front? Because it didn't have no type of branding on it if you're not looking at the back of that shoe. So the one that gravitated to me as far as the Jordans was that 5. I love the black metallic 5.
Yeah,
because for me that shoe, the aerodynamic of that shoe, the simplicity of it all together, and then you bring in. It seemed like every year they brought like new technology or new things to shoes just to kind of stand out from the other shoe brands that were bringing out these different models. Like nobody never seen, a reflective tongue that big or anything reflective that big. Nobody ever seen a clear outsole. Nobody ever seen a lace lock on the shoe or the clear panels on the side of the tongue. And then you talking about some nubuck. That was like the second. That was Durabuck. I'm sorry. That was the second time they did Durabuck. It's like, man, they killed it. To me, they killed it with the 5. That black metallic 5. That's my all-time favorite Jordan. Period.
I do have one more question. What position did you play in high school?
I was a .2 guard.
.2?
Yeah. It just
now, was your jumper wet?
Still is.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Check my credentials, man.
Oh, man.
The only bad shot is the one you don't take. Is that what it was?
Exactly. That's
so you don't take nothing down but your collar. That's it.
Yeah, I still play a men's league on Monday nights, and I'm hitting 4 or 5 threes a game, averaging about 17, 18 points. So it's not even an over 40 league. It's a regular open league. So I'm right. I can still shoot a little bit.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Did you go to college? Or
I played. I went to University of Houston Cougars 1 year. Got redshirted down there, and then I came back and played at Weatherford College up here. It's a little JUCO near my hometown, and played the first semester there, and then dropped out and started getting into working life.
Gotcha. Baseball was my sport. I kind of did the same thing. I played JUCO baseball, and that was it.
Yeah,
2 years.
There wasn't much use for 5'11" point guards in the NBA, so it was time to start making money.
Don't tell Nate Robinson that.
Oh, yeah, he's a freak though, man. That guy, he's a freak of nature though.
Right.
Real quick, who's your favorite NBA player?
Grant Hill. Top to bottom, Grant Hill.
Gotcha.
David Robinson second. Dominique third.
Okay, then. That's nice. You want to go ahead and round off the top 5?
Huh?
You want to go ahead and round off the top 5, or that's just it?
Chris Mullin, number 4, and Tim Hardaway.
Wow.
Okay, you
no Jordan. Jordan in the top 5. That's different.
I was a Dominique fan. I couldn't like Jordan. So I honestly did not like Jordan until he came back from retirement and the first time.
Right.
I was not a big Jordan fan. Really wasn't a big Bird or Magic fan either. I thought they cried too much. So I gravitated towards Dominique, and then, like I said, Run TMC. The Sonics with Peyton and Kemp. Those teams that were kind of a little bit younger, a little more exciting to me than the ones that were winning all the time.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, question. Let's get into more current things. So, let's talk about how did you get involved, or how did the whole thing of WEARTESTERS start?
Well, hold on real quick. Tell them about WEARTESTERS and what they are, and then, like I said, how you got involved.
Okay, so y'all that don't know, WEARTESTERS is got a YouTube channel and a website, WEARTESTERS.com. It was started by a guy named Nightwing2303. He's pretty much the GOAT of product reviewers. And then Drew Whitcomb was our behind-the-scenes co-owner. He's gotten involved now with more of the product review. I came on here right before All-Star Weekend in New York, 2014, 15, was when I came on with the crew from Counter Kicks. So what we do is, sorry, I'm reading the comments down here. The Neek fan.
You good?
Hey, it's get addictive, man.
There we go, Dre Day. That's enough of that history class. To bring Dominique in. So wear testers, we either buy or we are sent product from the companies that they want us to review. Myself, I put about 5 to 6 full hard wears into a shoe. I try to go to 2 or 3 different gyms if I can find some that are open now. Before COVID, it was a lot easier just to test the traction on different surfaces and that thing. And then we put out a review and put it on YouTube and get about, anywhere from 50 to 100,000 views. And companies get happy when we like the shoe, and they get real angry when we don't. We have had, well, I can't say the company. Legally, I can't. We've had one company that we reviewed the shoe, and all of us hated it. And it was their marquee player's shoe for that year. And we were asked to pull the review down and send the shoes back so they could send us new pairs that were modified to try to take care of the issues that we all had. We didn't pull the review. We kept it, but I still have some correspondence with that company, so I can't legally tell you who it was. But
so they wanted you to pretty much, I guess, fluff it up.
Yeah, exactly, and kind of use some pretty words to make the problem not as bad.
Right. Because y'all gonna give y'all honest opinion on the sneakers, whatever the brand is.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't put my name on a review and have people buy this shoe.
Right.
And then they come back and say, well, did you have this problem? Yeah, I had this problem, but I didn't tell you about it because then nobody's going to believe anything I say.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hop, I see that comment down there. Yes.
Okay.
Am I supposed to answer the comments if I know it or no?
You can. Yeah.
No, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you see something in the chat, because we do interact with the chat. So if you see something in the chat, if you're going to answer it real quick, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Who was it?
I didn't know if you could see the content. I mean, the comments. That's why I put it up there.
Yeah. Somebody just asked about the D Rose designer with Anta. His name's Robbie Fuller, and he did the Rose 1 through 5. And he's over at Anta. I believe he's the head of their footwear design now, but he's living over in China right now.
And that's where they based out of, right?
Yeah, they've got a design studio in LA, but the main headquarters and everything is in China.
Okay, then.
Cool.
That's is he like head of Klay Thompson's shoe or just all the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I've seen him posting a lot of their running shoes and stuff now, so I think he's over all of their footwear design.
Okay, that's good. So, real quick, as far as Anta, are they decent shoes, comfortable shoes?
As can be. They are legit. Anta's legit. Li Ning is legit. 361 is legit.
I heard 361.
Peak was. I haven't worn their new stuff they're making for Andrew Wiggins.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did hit me on Instagram from the Peak account and wanted to know my size and my address. So I think I've got some coming. I don't know. But actually, my favorite shoe right now may be Aaron Gordon's shoe that I've got over here behind me. It's
360
shoe. Yeah.
Is that shoe like bulky? In the pictures, it makes it look bulky.
You can show it if you want, real quick.
Yeah, hold on. This is the Zen 3. It's one they made for outdoors. Grab it here.
You got them how?
Yeah.
So
opposite.
Go the opposite way.
Yeah. So it's not real bulky. It's a little bit in the forefoot. It's got some room over the toes. You can see I had to buckle a little bit when I pulled it tight, but it's got a nice little upper and some fuse around the toe box. It's made for outdoors.
Right.
And then the outsole right there, you can see it doesn't look like it would have good traction, but indoors, man, this thing is a beast. Cushioning is fantastic. This might be my favorite shoe right now, honestly.
I like that pearl paint job it's got on that midsole.
Oh, yeah. It's got that little fade right there from the purple to the...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's Aaron Gordon's signature shoe, right?
So that's one they made. It's not really called the Aaron Gordon. They've got one that's called the AG1 and AG2, and then that's his outdoor, like a team model.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a killer shoe.
Yeah. You
How's
want to know
quality?
how the quality is? How's the quality?
I haven't had any issues with them with leading Anta or 361. The uppers are all. So anybody that doesn't know, China is a big, huge outdoor basketball market. Most of the guys over there don't play indoors, don't get a chance to play indoors. So the shoes that these Chinese companies are making have got a thicker rubber, a thicker tread pattern. So the traction lasts a little bit longer, and then they've got fuse around more areas in the uppers. So if they get, it rubbed on the concrete or something, they don't bust a stitch or anything. So I've got some pairs of Li Nings that they made for counter kicks when I was there that are 10, 11 years old that I've been playing in, and there's nothing wrong with them at all.
What's the best leaning in your opinion?
The All City, probably the All City, was it the 8 that just came out?
Mm-hmm.
All City 8. A little bit pricey for a team model. It's $150, but when you look at the Wade model itself is $225, $250.
Mm-hmm.
So the All City drops down, and it's a top 10 shoe this year for me. Again, traction's great. They've got a cushioning called Boom that's kind of like it's a P-Bax, kind of like a Boost, and they put a puck in the forefoot for a little more explosiveness. Traction's good, material's good. It's a really good shoe too, and you can get them on Amazon if you're in the U.S. Amazon Li Ning has an Amazon store now, so you can order from there and get it within 2 to 5 days.
Yeah, because they was going through what was that Sunlight Station?
Sunlight Station, and then High Basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and then Famuji are my 3 Chinese brand websites.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just one day somebody hit me on Instagram and said, "Hey, there's an Amazon store a Li Ning on Amazon." And so I wish they hadn't told me that because I like their product. So I started grabbing 2 or 3 pair.
Okay, then. You got anything else you want to show us real quick? Well,
yeah, I'm kind of.
Well, did you say how you got started with WEARTESTERS? I know you explained the group.
Oh yeah, so when I was at Counter Kicks, Chris and I would hit each other up, behind the scenes because I didn't want to put a review out that said this shoe's trash, and then he puts one out on his channel that says it's great. So we would kind of back and forth a little bit. We wouldn't change our reviews to match the other one, but we just wanted to see, okay, is it something I missed, something he missed? So when Counter Kicks went under, the guy that owned it went completely nuts. And when I say nuts, I'm talking a 5-page email nuts. I texted Chris Nightwing, said, "Hey, how about me jumping over there?" And he said, "It's a great idea. What do you got planned?" It was right before All-Star Weekend in New York, so I went up there for them and came back, and it's been beautiful ever since.
say part of the team now.
That's it.
Yeah.
So my favorite pickup I've gotten in the last month, and I'm almost ashamed to say it, I have never had a pair of Air Force Ones ever in my life. I had Jordans, but I never had an Air Force One. There was always something with better technology or newer that was out. And then, of course, Nelly, the song came out, and everybody blew them up.
Right.
But I went on the Nike site and bought these Air Force One Craft. And I don't know if y'all have heard about them or not. And I'm seeing some reviews online that the shape is bad, but it looks good to me. But they went in and used a lot better leather material on these.
Oh, yeah, we see it.
Yeah,
Granddaddy elbow.
Yeah, I mean it's a softer material, and the insole's a little bit better. The air cushioning feels a little bit better than a normal white on white.
Mm-hmm.
They were only, I think, $130 for on the Nike website, and so I grabbed.
That's an actual colorway that they made. It's not like an idea or anything.
No. This is a color. Yeah, this is a colorway. It's called Beetroot, or so. It's kind of a sail colorway, and then a maroon check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, first pair of Air Force Ones I ever bought, and I won't buy another one unless it's got that craft label on it. I don't know about the IDs though. I'm seeing some of the IDs have got pretty good materials, but I don't know.
Yeah, I never done an ID before. I'm kind of curious to do one, but I guess when they come up with the right materials and colorways, I'll probably do it. But I think I'm good on it right now.
Yeah, really, the only other thing I picked up, and the story behind these. So this is the first shoe I ever bought with my own credit card, not cash. So there's trouble. So got my credit card, went to the mall, went to Foot Action and grabbed the Air Max Tempos in the Spurs colorway. went across the hallway and grabbed these.
Mm.
The IEs.
Yeah, and to me, this is, in my opinion, this is my favorite Air Jordan 11. Colorway,
Okay.
cut, shape, everything. I love this shoe. I wore the soles off of the pair I got in '96. I've dodged the retros because I just didn't like either the smoke out sole or the
Or the elephant print.
plate. Yeah, the plate that was colored white and black instead of red. So when these came out, I knew I had to have them. Missed on Sneakers app, of course. And then then I got an text the next day that Hibbett had a restock on Sunday morning after they released, so I grabbed them.
Real quick, what's the quality? Or can you do a wear test real quick on that shoe as opposed to the '96?
Opposed to the '96, the shape is really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing it's probably a little bit off is the toe leather is a little bit stiffer right here.
Mm-hmm.
So it bubbles a little bit, but the original had a little bit of a bubble to it too. And then there's a seam right here where they cut the leather piece.
Mm-hmm.
On the original, it was all one under here. So, I mean, that's just little, nitpicky differences. Other than that, it's pretty much dead on.
Okay. Real quick.
So being the OG connoisseur that you are you real big when they re-release a shoe or do a retro on the shape of a shoe?
I wasn't until the last probably 6 or 7 years when it got obvious on some models.
Right.
And the way I'll put it this, if Air Jordan 3 white and cement came out, I bought it. That's my favorite shoe all time ever. I didn't care how the toe looked. I didn't care how thick the elephant print around the toe was or any of that. I bought it. And then when Nightwing started putting some comparisons up on his channel about the differences in the height of the elephant print, I started looking at it. I was like, yeah, we've been getting some trash for a while. This is pretty bad. And the one that really got me was not this 2019 or 18 retro of the black infrared 6s, but the one before where they didn't put the 3M in the holes.
Oh my goodness. What year was that? Like 2014? Was that 2014-ish around there?
12 or 14.
No, you talking about what shoe you talking about?
The black
The
infrared
sixes.
6.
Black infrared 6. The ones that felt like cardboard. When you put them on, it felt like cardboard.
Was it 9? They didn't put the 3M in the holes.
Yeah, because the 14 they actually put the 3M in there.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when they did that, I was like, man, that's terrible. That's one of the features of the shoe. You went from the 5 with the reflective tongue to the 6 with the reflective behind the Nuba or the Durabuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just, how much would that have cost them to put that in there? Nothing.
Much.
And they did it thinking, no, nobody's going to notice, nobody's going to care. But that just showed me they didn't care what we thought.
Yeah. Well, that's just like when they brought the 13s out without the 3M on it.
Yeah, the Flints and the black and
yeah,
and red.
Yeah. They try to put the little white stubbles in there to make it look like it was 3M.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. Yeah,
I didn't
they
grab
should have
that
never
trash.
came out with that.
I left those. I didn't touch those.
What do you say?
He said Nightwing straight up made me see the light and slow down on Jordan. That's why I skipped the black infrared 6s.
Oh, you shouldn't have skipped the last one.
Not the last one. Yeah, the last one was.
You skipped the last ones.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the last one was probably the closest outside of the 2000s, in my opinion.
In my opinion, when they brought out the last black and black metallic silver 5s,
mm-hmm.
to me that was probably one of the more comfortable retros in a long time, and the quality was there for me. I doubled up on that shoe, and it just seems like from there they just kind of like being a little bit better. Of course, the shape is never going to be what it was for the OGs. Nike probably won't ever do that again. Give us the right shape, all the right specs, like do just a complete exact copy of an OG. I just don't feel like they'll do that ever.
Well, they'll
always change something.
Did you get the white, red, and black ones from 2019?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's a super comfortable retro.
I haven't put it on foot yet. One thing that I kind of was hesitant about, like it's got like a pearl sheen to it.
Yeah, it's not matte at all.
Yeah,
it does.
That material should be matte instead of.
I mean, the leather is not bad on there. It's soft, but I just didn't like how it had that pearl. It looked like it's got a light pearl paint job on it.
Yep, it sure does. I can see that. Yeah,
I didn't like the toe cap that goes around the toe. It's
Yeah.
not over the toe, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
You know what I
stops.
mean?
It stops like
It's
the
kind of
elephant print. It
yeah,
blocks it
and
out. Yeah.
that's one of the gripes I don't like about how they
Yeah.
do that. They kind of be inconsistent with they'll give you this on one shoe that's probably a colorway that you don't want, but then on the OG they'll kind of like they'll throw you some shortcuts. I hate that, man. I
And
really hate that.
I haven't had this confirmed, but you put out an OG colorway and people are going to buy it regardless.
True.
And
I mean,
so they skip on those materials a little bit, and then they put out. I mean, like those Bordeaux, that's not an original colorway, but to me, those materials on that were just as nice or nicer
Yeah.
than the black infrareds.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
to
agree.
me, they feel more comfortable on foot too than the black and infrareds.
but see, that goes back to what different insoles too, right?
Now they got the same one. They put the poly in both of them.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they put the polyurethane insole in both of them because that's what I thought too. I went and checked my black ones, and they got the same insole in them.
So insoles, which one you prefer, the poly or the ultralight?
Oh, the poly all the way.
Yeah,
All the way.
I just wanted to ask that. That's
Oh
all.
yeah, all the way. I've got some old Answer poly with the crash pad under the heel that I change out. They're still in one piece that I change out and put in shoes if I need to.
So, real quick, in your opinion, who's the best at doing retros right now?
Oh,
Quality wise, shape wise, all that.
man, I don't know. A couple of years ago, I would have said Reebok, but then they kind of fell off a little bit with all the Shacks and everything they put out. But then
I got
here in the
another
last-
question. I got another question after this question,
Okay.
real quick. Since you said something about Shaq, but go ahead.
Well, here in the last 6 months with the OG Kamikaze colorway and then that navy and white one that the All Star they just put back out, those are really nice. The materials are really good on those. But Nike put out some good retros too. That Maestro 2, the red one they put, the All Star they put out, that thing was damn near perfect.
Man, that sat on shelves and then it went on sale racks.
Yeah, I see it at the outlet for $50.
Man, I'm looking for that now.
Those and then the Zoom GPs with the ratchet, those
That's
were pretty
that too.
close. Those
I saw
were
those
close.
in Marshalls.
Yeah, those sat in every colorway. Adidas don't even put retros out, so they don't care. They don't count. Man, I don't know. I know it's not Jordan because to me they're resting on the Jordan name instead of just putting out product.
Real quick before you answer your question, I'm seeing Dub P. What about the Reebok pumps that they brought out, the D Browns earlier this year? What you think about those?
My pumps didn't work.
Mine didn't either.
Yeah.
Mine didn't work, and they sent me a pair in a media pack.
Right.
They sent me a pair that came in the big Yeti bag and had the hot sauce and all that stuff in it, and T-shirt and all that. And I opened them up, put them on, happy as could be, and hit the pump and nothing. And
so on that, like when you do a wear test and you give your honest opinion, and you give a negative opinion on a sneaker, what do that brand do to kind of like say, okay, we need to fix this, or what do they do to kind of like counteract that?
Reebok, I mean, I put it out there on Instagram on that. My pumps didn't work, kind of got on them on that. And it's funny because D Brown follows me. We've had conversations in the DMs before, and that's why I was hyped up about him, because he put them out there, and we started talking about it. He was giving me the dates they were going to drop and all this, and that's why I got hyped about them. When the pumps didn't work, I just put it out there on Instagram that I didn't call them trash, but that's pretty much what I was saying. And nobody hit me up or anything, which I know a couple of designers at Reebok right now, and the last year and a half, 2 years, they've been put through hell. So it's a shame. It's a shame what they've done to the guys over there.
And I know for mine, real quick, hold on, real quick. I know for mine, I have two gripes with that. The shoe is beautiful, shape, leather, all that. But like you said, the pump, it don't work. So that's like the best feature of that shoe, because if you look at the videos of him pumping the shoes up before he did the dunk, that what sold that shoe. Also, the shoe for me, it wasn't comfortable.
No,
it's not. I mean, it's like walking on cement floor. That's how it felt to me.
And that's my gripe with Reebok too is that fake ass hexalite. Is it okay if I say that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ass
It's like
hexalite that they put in there. And for those of us who remember the hexalite, we're just looking. I mean, it was as good as Nike Air back in the day. And for them to just put that rubber honeycomb stuff in there, which, again, I've talked to some of the designers, and Adidas just didn't give Reebok the money to make the retros true.
Right.
In their mind, Adidas's attitude was get the shape, get the colorway, put the shoe out. And they skimped on the cushioning, they skipped on the materials for a little while on some of them, and that's what you got.
I think they was probably just riding this retro wave, the vintage wave that's coming out, and they said, let's throw something out. And I think they probably, let me see, I'm just going to say it. I think they hold out the Iverson so much to where they try to do something different. So they were just like, let's just get something out there for the people and just see how everything works. But since y'all talking about Reebok, it kind of led into my question: with Shaq's company buying Reebok, do you think that will change? Exactly what y'all talking about, the pump not working, the fake hexalite. Do you think with Shaq's company buying Reebok,
I know just from what I've seen, Shaq does not like to put his name on stuff that will damage his reputation. Yes, he's got his name on Walmart and Payless shoes, but we all know what those are. He knows what those are. And I know he's got a history of quality in his other investments. I just don't know how invested he's going to be in the day-to-day at this company.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of designers over there, and they're really excited about it. And they think they've asked me what are my 5 Reeboks that haven't retroed ever that I'd like to see back, and got my hopes up that maybe we're going to see some of this stuff like, the Raging or the Answer 3s come back or something like that. The ATR verticals, anything like that. But I don't have my hopes up that they're going to put any money into it immediately.
Gotcha.
We say you don't have your hopes up, but you'll be pleasant surprised if they do.
Boy, if they drop, Well, I keep bringing up the ATR verticals. About a year ago, I was sitting here bored one night, and I turned on the TV and watched Above the Rim. And of course, the street ball was all sponsored by Reebok, and they were all wearing Reebok and everything. So I got on eBay immediately, found a pair of the black and royal yellow ATR vertical 2s, the pumps.
The pumps, yeah.
And the guy wanted like $70 for them. So I'm okay. If they fall apart, they fall apart. Grabbed them, sent them over here. Suckers are wearable. Pump works. Hexalite still in there in one piece. I rocked them Sunday and pumped them up 25 times on each shoe and walked out the door and no problems.
You remember Hop? We had a guest on here. Shout out to Kicks Reason.
Kicks Reason, yeah.
He was like the resident Reebok guy.
He's a Reebok expert, man.
Yes. And he was telling us about the hexalite, and he actually had the original. I guess it was cut out of the shoe, and he was sitting there doing like this, and he showed us like the cells on the inside. Yeah. And I was saying, like, does that look like or feel like Zoom Air? And he said, quote unquote, yes. So I looked at it like, because I remember, man, I can't remember the name of the shoes. I mean, I do get stumped, but I can't remember the name of the Reebok cross trainers I had. It looked like a low top Iverson question, but it had all the hexalites bubbles all the way from the front of the shoe all the way to the back. And it had a clear out sole and it was white and black. Man, you talking about one of the most comfortable shoes I ever had in my life. That shoe with the real hexalite, man. Yeah. If they were to even bring that shit back, bro, like,
didn't Emmett have a shoe that looked like the answer? Didn't Emmett have a shoe that looked like that?
Yeah, the ES22.
The ES22, yep.
Yeah, because they had it a few years ago, and it was the same thing. Trash hexalite.
Trash, yep. I mean, now you're just looking at it because, okay, yeah, I got the Emmitt Smith, but when you put that shoe on, man, it's not going to be comfortable at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I put it like this. The Omni Light that they came out with maybe 14, something like that. It feels better than I hate to say it feels better than this newer Omni Zone that they came out with.
Yeah, see, I've got a pump D-Time that was from 13 or 14 of the retro.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got a pair of Shacknosis from the 13, I believe, retro. And, that may have been the RXT that you were talking about.
It might have been. Because like I said, it was a cross-training shoe. It was a low-top cross-training shoe.
It looked like it had wheels on the side of it.
Yeah. Because
it was like a black and navy or a navy and gray?
No. It was all white and black.
Yours was all white?
Yeah. I'm going to have to, when I find a picture, I'll send it to you. Or I'll put it in.
Look like post it up right now.
But man, don't laugh at me, man. I had that shoe when I was in college, and I had like this full see-through jumpsuit that they had for that to match that shoe, man. You talking about somebody was hot in that mug, bro?
Like one of the rain shoes or something?
Man, it was like a clear rain suit. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, man.
Jesus said, "What about this is switching over Black Ultra Boost Comfort?"
Ultra Boost are always comfortable.
Yeah,
ain't no lie. It doesn't matter what model you get; they're always comfortable.
What do you think about going back to Nike real quick? What do you think about Nike dropping some of these cross trainers, the cross trainer lows and stuff like that?
Man, I liked it until I looked at the price on some of them they were doing, and it wasn't the Bo Jackson, it was the takedown model. I can't remember. Was it just called the Air Trainer 1 or the Cross Trainer 1? And
I think it was called Trainer 1 Low or something like that.
Yeah, and I'm in Jimmy Jazz looking at $120.
Yeah.
And I can remember buying that thing for $65 and $70 when I was in high school and wearing it. And I'm like, there's nothing in it. The materials were half of the shoe was okay, but the toe box and everything was plastic. There's no air in it. So what am I paying $120 for? Pure nostalgia. Nobody remembers that shoe. I mean, I do because I had it, but nobody remembers that shoe.
Right.
I don't know, the Saquon Barkley's coming out. They look kind of interesting, but my thing still is, am I getting the same materials and comfort that I got in the OG? And to me, just my personal opinion, I'll pay it for a Jordan, like a white cement 3. I'll pay that for a Jordan because I've got a tie to that shoe.
Right.
I never had that many cross trainers or Bo Jacksons, and I don't know how many people really did, other than just the fact that it's a Bo Jackson.
Right.
You know, they bring out the orange and blue and white ones every 4 or 5 years, and everybody remembers it because of the last retro, not because it was a Bo Jackson.
Right.
So, you have anything else you want to kind of show us real quick? I know you say you had like a few pickups.
What's your latest shoe that you got to wear test?
The latest to wear test.
If you have it on you.
The Luka 36s. I know I showed it to y'all a little bit earlier, but yeah, this is the shoe, man. This shoe is fantastic. If it fits your foot. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit narrow right here in the 4-foot for y'all that still buy the performance, Jordan to wear to play in or whatever. It takes a little time to break in on this netting on this upper. That's something else. Jordan's making a big deal about this upper, this lino weave. Reebok put it on the J.J. Watt trainers 4 years ago. Same material.
So that means the patent has expired and Nike took it, right?
I don't even know. I would assume there was a patent on it, but I don't know.
Okay.
The way Reebok runs now, who knows?
So that shoe, my bad. Go ahead, Black.
I hate to keep running Reebok down, but I'm just disappointed in the way that Adidas let them go. It was ridiculous the way they treated them, and some of the stuff.
Treated them like a redhead stepchild. That's what they treated them like.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much y'all have worn Reebok here lately. They got a cushioning called Float Ride, and it's a eTPU like Boost is, but it's about 30% lighter, and I like it a whole lot better than Boost to wear as far as comfort and performance. But when Adidas wanted to put out the Insta Pumps with new cushioning, what did they put on them? They put Boost on them.
They put Boost on, yeah.
I mean, you got your own foam right here. And I've been told that there's been some Adidas basketball performance shoes that were designed by Reebok designers, but Adidas told them don't put out any performance basketball shoes, but for competition for Adidas, So we'll take it and put 3 stripes on it.
Wow.
Just stuff like that, man. You hear the designers talking, and I mean, they're putting their blood and soul and everything into this work, and just get it bastardized like they do.
Wow.
No, I was going to ask. So those shoes, you should just go up a half size on them, because I know the 34s was like that. I wear 11, and for me to hoop in it, I went up to an 11 and a half.
Yeah, I went up a half size on my 34s.
Yeah, they fit about the same as the 34.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now have you've hooped in that shoe, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Quick performance review.
If you like the 34, you like the 36.
That was quick.
super bouncy cushioning. I like the fit around the heel a little bit better. Lockdown's a little bit better across the foot, but the traction's pretty much the same pattern, same traction. It really is. The upper goes back to the 34 minimal, away from the 35 that had the bulky ankle and materials.
So out of all the,
go ahead.
Go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, I was gonna say. So out of all the performance Jordans that came out from, let's say from 30 to 36, which is the best one to you?
For me, the 32.
32. I've
got 4 pairs of lows and 3 pairs of the high top. Love that.
Still hooping them?
Yeah. There's 1 pair I don't hoop in, and I didn't bring them in here. It was called the Golden Wheat colorway.
Mm-hmm.
There's a low top, and it's got a suede heel with the Wings logo embossed on it. And I had to get those from an IG follower in Thailand. Shipped those to me.
Okay.
So that was an Asian release only?
No, it was a U.S. release, but it was very, very small, and I missed it. And I was going through the colorways on Goat or StockX or something, and I saw them, and I popped them on my Instagram. So if anybody follows me and has a pair of these that's new or lightly used, I'll take them. And this guy hit me up and said, at $125 plus shipping, I'll send them to you. Like, cool. Here we go.
Say less.
Nice.
That'll work.
Nice.
Say less.
You know, Black, I was going to ask you if you got – this is the shoe you got for me.
Okay.
So, what do you think about how popular this shoe has been and why?
To me, I think that the reason why that shoe is popular, for me, one, is comfortable. I always look at comfort first, but I think the reason why it's popular, I think it's because of the collab that came out, ALD collab. Yeah. I think they popularized that shoe, and now you see that they actually coming out with the high top next year.
Yeah, I saw that.
The 650s.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere the other day. I thought I'd already seen it on retail, but it may have been just an advertisement.
No, it's the advertisement, and I think ALD is actually going to bring out the collab of that shoe too.
Yeah,
so for me, like I have the what is that? That cream. It's almost like USA colors.
Yeah, the red with the red crackle. Yeah, you got
to me that shoe. Like I wore that shoe all day, and it didn't hurt my feet.
Yeah,
I got old man feet, and I need that comfort. I need that, And it to me, that shoe is built right.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. The leather now, as opposed to, I guess you'll say like just the inline regular 550s, as opposed to the collab 550s. To me, that 550 collab is dope, man. I mean, if you don't have a pair, man, I advise you, get you a pair, man. You will not regret it.
I saw a pair of, it wasn't a collab, but it was just the white with I think it was navy, and it had the gray suede rand around the toe.
Yeah, on the toe, yeah.
Yeah, and I just picked them up, and the leather on those, on the toe box and everything, was softer than the ones I got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I thought right then, I'm going to grab another pair. So I grabbed those too. And
so as far as the comfort, what you think about the comfort between the two?
About the same, because it wasn't a collab pair that I got. It was just the normal team colorway.
Right.
So it had the same insole and everything in it. So it was about the same. The only thing that was different was the toe box being a little bit softer leather. It broke in a little quicker. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have that poke in there on the top of my toe when it would flex.
And see, I missed the restock that they had this past weekend on Friday on the ALD site. They did a restock, and I missed that because I wanted to get the white and gray pair.
Well, it seems like, and the reason I was asking because New Balance, they seem to be hot right now, and they got one of my favorite pairs of shoes to play in right now is the two-way. It's kind of the team model behind the Kawhi for basketball. Mm-hmm. It seems like New Balance, but every, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, they come back and gets really, really hot, and everybody's on them, and then they just kind of go back to New Balance, and then they come right back. I mean, I know the 990s are hot right now. The 93s are hot right now.
Yeah.
So
V2s, V3s, all that. They I mean, you know, I always say this, man, you know, outside of Nike and Jordan, I look at these other brands like New Balance, you know, Saucony, Asics and stuff like that. When they bring out quality sneakers, man, a lot of people, you know, put them to the wayside because it's not like the popular brand to wear.
Yeah.
But I fucks with them heavy, you know what I'm saying? Because like once again, I got these old man feet, and I like, you know, if my feet comfortable and they look fine on my feet, I'm getting them regardless of the name. Like when you brought up Carhu earlier, man, I'm still waiting on that right pair to grab, and I'm gonna grab them. I'm still waiting on them, man.
But here's that pair I grabbed from a Nike Talk follower, or a friend of mine. I just got these a couple months ago. I showed them to you when I got them.
Yeah, look at the leather on them things, man.
Yeah, I mean that's it right there, man. That is it right there. And I guess as I've gotten older, I've quit worrying so much about the next technology because I know my playing date. It doesn't matter how much Zoom air they put in there. I'm not going to be dunking anymore. So, you know, I mean, so I've gravitated, like you said, to good leathers, to good shape, you know, a nice foam. Oh, that's a good question right there.
I was gonna ask that next.
Boy, okay, let's go.
Go ahead for it. You see
Avia, man. Avia's got a soft spot in my heart, man. That's my dad wore them when I was a kid, and I started wearing them probably 7th, 8th grade. Played ball in them all summer league, everything, and I mean they made a retro with the 830s. I remember Professor K reviewed them on Kixology, probably 02, 01, in there sometime, and it was a good retro. But then you find them at Ross for $15-$20, and now they're dead. And we get teased every once in a while with a picture from Avia.
Yep,
we're coming back, and then you don't ever see nothing but Walmart clothes.
Yeah, exactly. Because they teased that it was the 822s. They teased those.
Yeah.
But then they said it was going to be a woman's shoe, and then the 830 was going to be a men's shoe. Yep. They ain't heard nothing else from it. That been well over a year ago.
And on one hand, I'm glad they don't because that's money I don't need to spend. But I mean, I want to see them. I want to see them come back. And I actually found a pair of 830s at a sneaker boutique here in Dallas, but the ankle padding had all peeled off.
Okay, then.
And they were wanting $700 for those jokers. I was like, no, I'm good.
What do you think about the designer shoes modeling after the Avias?
Yeah, you say you got time?
I'll be honest, man. And maybe it's my age showing, maybe it's my experience showing. I have never gotten into the off-white stuff. I thought that was one of the biggest jokes when they claimed that Avia shoe was original design because I played in that shoe the summer before my senior year. I'd blown my ankle out, and I still thought high tops meant good ankle support, so I played in it. And then, man, I'm looking at it and all these people going nuts over it. I'm just, it's a joke.
That was the 8-8er, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a straight joke.
Yeah, it was, man. It was. And then they charging what, like $4,000 for that sneaker? Something
like that. And I mean, and I remember the original, and it had good leathers and good material on it too. So don't tell me the leather is that much better than what we got from Avia. But then to deny that it was influenced by Avia was the bigger joke to me.
See, I didn't know they denied it, but that's almost an exact copy.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a straight out, hey, I didn't copy this. It was I had never seen that shoe before type of denial. And you can say it all you want to, but there's no way you copied that midsole without seeing Avia's designs.
Yeah,
You gotta think
that's
these,
another subject though, because that's
Oh,
they've
but
said
you
that
gotta
about
think
they've said that
these
before.
these designers be paying attention, man. They really do pay attention under the radar.
it is what gets me when you see a shoe come out and then they'll say, "Oh, they copied so and so." Man, they're all in Portland. They all know each other. They know what technology each company has. They know what's going. I mean, they know, and you see a shoe come out, and a month later, another shoe come out. Well, shoe A couldn't have copied shoe B because they were in production at the same time, unless they saw the designs, back and forth. But
Right.
yeah, I mean it. All those guys are in Portland together. They all switch companies and rotate. We've seen it big time the last 3-4 years with all of the Adidas design team going to Nike's going to Adidas, and then Under Armour's got a couple. Antis picked up a couple from Puma. I mean,
You're just recycling, switching.
that's it.
So, question, in your opinion, like, what's that one? I'll say one shoe brand and one shoe model that you would like to see people gravitate toward.
It depends on what we're. I'm sorry, my kids are standing here making faces at me while I'm on here.
No, you good.
I guess it kind of depends on what activity I'm looking at. Right now, I'll be New Balance and Puma have my heart in basketball. They really do, and probably Puma a little bit more than New Balance. Just something about the way they're doing it. And I told one of the designers, every time I open a Puma box, and they've sent me nothing for free. Every Puma shoe I've got, I've bought. Something about every time I open that box, I feel like I did in the 90s when I would open a Nike box. Okay, what is going to be the difference on the lines on these? What kind of technology is in it? What it's going to do? Because stuff we never thought of Puma as a performance basketball shoe.
Right.
Outside of that, I tell you what, 361 running shoes for, short runners to marathons. They've got one shoe called the Flame that's basically got the same cushioning as the Nike Fly, the extra Fly, 2% Fly, whatever. It's a good shoe. It's a really good shoe. But it's a Chinese brand, so people sleep on it. I would kind of like to see, and I know I've already said it because I don't have any, but Saucony blow up a little bit. They've got the lineage, they've got the history, and just see them come back a little bit. But then again, I kind of don't want to because they're kind of a sneakerhead dream. They put out quality stuff. They don't price them completely out of the market, and you can go grab a good, comfortable shoe for a reasonable price and be happy with it, and have something nobody else has.
Right. Real quick, while you saying about Saucony, like for me, like if they was to bring out, I was talking to Todd Mopkins, and he was throwing some stuff back and forth to me, and I was wanting them to bring out. They brought it out a few years ago. The Saucony or Saucony Hang Time High. Do you remember that shoe?
That wasn't the X-Man shoe, was it?
No, that's the Express that you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember the Hang Time.
It was a basic high top shoe. It was like their version of, I guess you'd say, like an Air Force One. It was just a basic shoe with the Saucony logo on the side, but it was an all suede high top upper shoe, and I thought that was like one of the dopest shoes that they brought out basketball wise, because I've got a few of the basketball shoes.
I'm sorry, I looked it up just now. Yeah. Okay.
That's to me, that's a nice one, and I actually seen one on. I want to say I seen one on eBay. It's a 10.5, and dude want under $100 for it.
Oh, wow. And I bet it's still wearable too, because it's going to have a cup sole and.
Only thing, it's a Carolina blue.
I may buy it just for that.
That's the only thing. This is Carolina blue. That's the only thing. But yeah, for me, I'm a Deer Door fan. Deer Door brings out a lot of dope quality. We found out through our brother, Cali Vegas. Shout out to Cali Vegas. That they started back making, their sneakers in Italy now.
Oh, really?
So what I did was I said, well, I'm gonna put that to the test. So I ended up ordering 2 t-shirts and 2 sneakers from him. It was roughly around 175. I got it from Italy in 5 days.
It's not bad,
It ain't bad at all.
especially from Italy. So you know the leather's better too. Speaking of
So-
Diadora, what do you think of their new endorser,
Who was they new endorser? Hit me to the game.
Kai Somar? You think he's ever wore Diadora before now?
No. He just saw the bag, you know.
And $200 a pair. I saw him in Foot Locker. $200 a pair.
Yeah, and
I saw him on their website too.
He got 2 pairs. He got the Mavericks, and he got the what is that, the 9002s.
Yeah, I'll bet he's. I don't know for sure. I don't know the guy. I just know what I watch.
Like for me,
Yeah, 240.
the ones that came out in like Foot Locker, they had the Anderson Blue Wine collection.
Yeah,
Man, like I got the all suede Maverick. That is, to me, that's probably one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best quality Mavericks I've seen outside of that that Raekwon purple tape. I'm still looking for that one. I'm still looking for that one. But man, I'm a big fan of the 9000s, the N9000s, and the Mavericks from Diadora. I'm a big, huge fan of those. And I can't even tell you how many pairs I got of each. But I love that shoe. The quality on it, the craftsmanship, the packaging, even when they do collabs, man, it's just. And then you're not paying. I think I paid maybe $140 a piece for their collabs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sick, man. You can't get that from like these upper brands, Nike, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that.
Right.
Everything,
and
everything is priced out. I just don't like that.
Yeah, and you could, but you won't. You know.
Well, yeah,
they could, but they're not going to. And that's the market that I'll bet I haven't bought a Nike shoe until that Air Force One, and I don't know how long. I couldn't tell you how long. Jordans, yes, I bought Jordans, but just a straight Nike. I couldn't tell you how long it's been since I bought just a Nike shoe. And it's kind of a conscious effort on my part. You know, I got tired of what we were getting. I got tired of the quality. It's when I started gravitating to Reebok because the leather was better, the cushioning was about the same, and nobody was wearing Reebok at the time. So that was why I went back to them just here 2 or 3 years ago, because then the outlets had to buy one, get one free or half off or something. So you go get a White and Gum Classic, a White and Gum Workout Pro for $100, walk out the door, just as happy as I was if I bought a white on white Air Force One.
Right. Salute, Tony C. Appreciate you for stopping through, man.
I wanted to ask you, is there any other? I know you do. I know you wear test a lot of basketball shoes. Do you do any other like activities other than basketball? Do you wear test other shoes? Or is it just basketball?
Cross training or weightlifting type training. Not really. I don't really do CrossFit. That's a little too crazy for me.
Yeah, you ain't running and jumping over buildings and.
Yeah, but I mean, box jumps, jump ropes, bench jumps, rope drills, that kind of stuff. I do that in the summertime when I get outside. Mm-hmm. I'm heavy in the weight room. I play ball Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm lifting Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, a super underrated shoe that came out last year was the Reebok Watt 4. And I don't keep blowing Reebok up, but I've liked a lot of what they've done here lately. The Reebok JJ Watt 4. Mm-hmm. And D. Brown's daughter was wearing it in the WNBA to play ball in. Man, that shoe, if you get a pair, try it on. Seriously.
What's the technology in it?
It's got the float ride cushioning in the heel, and it feels like it's got it in the forefoot, but I've been told the designer it does not. But it's got a super springy EVA in the forefoot. It's got like a lino weave, the Jordan 36 upper, and the colorways they made the design has got the toe box, like the Question.
Mm-hmm.
So the first colorway I got was white with a red toe box and a translucent outsole. And it looks like a low-top Question kind of. And then I got a tan and navy colorway, and then they sent my wife a pair of tan and pearl toe. And man, I love that shoe. That's if you one shoe in your bag and then go do all your workout and play and everything else. That's it.
So that's a multi-purpose shoe.
Yep.
That was gonna be my next question. What's your most surprising shoe that you wear tested?
Probably not that one because I like the 1 and the 2. I didn't like the 3. The most surprising shoe
That you was like, there's somebody that reached out and they was like, we're gonna send you this shoe, and then you got it in, and you was like, I don't know about this shoe, and then when you got it, it was surprising to you.
Oh man, I gotta think on that. Can surprising be bad or can surprising be good?
Either one. Probably.
Oh,
let's do both. What was your worst one?
Say,
And your best one.
Easy. Hey, I'm fixing to change background, so I got to go in and my battery's going low. But
I'll keep going.
Surprising in a bad way was the Harden Volume 5. That shoe was absolutely the worst shoe I've ever worn in my life to play ball in. And the designer knows it. I came right out and told him that shoe's terrible. Sorry, I'll try to hit my dock here.
You good, bro?
Go ahead.
There we go. Yeah, that designer knows. We talk all the time about it, and he said that was a design that was kind of pushed on him. He got over there late in the process, and they wanted to shove all their technology into it and put it on the market. And everybody that pretty much wore it knew it wasn't going to be. I mean, even the models Harden wore on court had a different cushioning and different traction pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. That's the bad one. The good one. Probably another Adidas. The first Adidas Dawn issue 1 that came out 2 years ago. You put the shoe on and the midsole sticks out an inch in the back, an inch around the foot. It just looks like a huge shoe for a true to size. But then you play in it and it's just smooth as can be. No movement, no problems with traction, nothing like that. The Under Armour Black Ice, the very first shoe they made for Brandon Jennings also. Mm-hmm. Nobody knew what Under Armour was going to come out with. When that shoe came out, it was dang near perfect on the first try. It was amazing. They got it that close and put it to market like that.
Cool.
So what on the first Donovan Mitchell shoe? What was that? What was that cushioning?
It was bounce.
Oh, it was bounce. Okay.
Man, I wish they'd keep that too. I love that. It's just dense enough that you're not sinking into the shoe while you're playing, but it's responsive enough, gives you enough spring back. But they're going away from bounce and going to light strike, which to me it doesn't feel much different. It's just a little bit softer.
Mm-hmm.
And they could rename it.
I was going to ask you real quick. I got a son that hoops. He's playing high school ball. Probably going to be playing the 2. What is a shoe that you might recommend for him? He's probably around 160, 170 pounds. Not fat. He just, you know, got a little build to him. What is a good shoe that you think will be good for him? Because right now he's playing in Kyrie's. But he fractured his ankle playing in there.
Oh, okay. The Curry 8 is a fantastic shoe. Probably the best traction I've ever played in my life.
They are sponsored by Under Armour.
But that's a good shoe. They just came out with one that's a low top, and it's called the Future Flow X. Mm-hmm. It's got the exact same traction and cushioning as the Curry. It's just got a low top upper with a strap over the instep, over the top of the foot. And the way they integrated the strap, it actually works. It covers up 2 of the lace loops, but when you pull the laces tight, it pulls that strap closer and tighter. And then when you pull the strap up over the top, it pulls the laces even tighter than that. So it's a pretty cool integration.
So you said the Curry 8?
The Curry 8, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Future Flow, it's FUTR Flow X.
Okay.
And from what I've heard, they're not coming out with an Embiid 2 this year. They changed the name to it. They're going to make it something like a team model. which I thought the first Embiid was okay. I thought it sold pretty well, but big men don't sell shoes. So
No, they don't. not like the 80s and 90s.
and Under Armour's already having, unless it's a Curry, issues anyway. So although
I
the
got one
Rock
shoe I want to ask you about. Hold on one second. Go ahead.
the Rock shoe sells pretty good too, though. I mean, they can always count on that.
So what model is he on now?
Who, Rock?
Yeah,
4.
he's on 4.
Yeah.
So, you're saying so what happened to Cam? What happened with Cam besides,
Cam Newton?
Yeah.
Cam Newton, from what I heard, was notoriously hard to deal with.
Oh, so he was a diva.
Yeah, real big. Kind of like Kyrie and his dealing with. I laughed when that came out and he said all that stuff because I know the designers of those shoes. And
Really?
all I've heard since the 5 was he never tells us anything until we've already built the shoe. We ask him to fly out here. We ask him to give us information. We ask him for feedback. And he always tells us it's good, it's fine, I like the last one, whatever. So we put out basically the new shoe that looks just like the old one, and then he gripes about it, complains about it.
I was going to ask, you know how Nike puts that thing on there, that disclaimer saying these shoes are inspired by the greatest athletes or inspired by the athlete that wears the shoe, if they was going to put that on his shoe after he said
Yeah, you see real quick his opinion of that shoe changed.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, those millions of dollars were going right out. I'm sure they threatened a lawsuit. I mean, you can't talk about your employer like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Kyrie don't seem to care, though.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you if you tried this shoe. I actually got this shoe out there. It was kind of like a mystery box. I ordered 2 shoes from this network. I don't know if you know about Network, the app.
Yeah.
So they did like a mystery box thing where I got 2 shoes for like $110. And so one of these shoes was the Pharrell Human Race.
Ooh, I've been looking at that shoe.
I want to know if you've tried this shoe.
I've tried the low top.
I tried it on. I'm a true 11, and it's snug on my foot.
What size is that?
This is an 11. Yeah, it's got. Oh shoot.
Yeah, it's got boost in it. It's got full length boost. It's just caged.
Yeah, it's got boost on it. I'm all in the wrong camera. The strap looks pretty good. And it's got the on the inside, but it's just it was just snug on my foot. I just want to know what you. And I was going to actually give it to my son to let him hoop in, but I've never worn it or anything.
Was it 11 or 11 and a half?
It's an 11, but like I said, it's snug on my foot.
Yeah. I wore the low tops. On the low tops, I had to go down a half a size in because of the way the lacing system was.
Uh-huh.
It didn't have the cover or the strap on there. It was just straight laces.
Yeah, it just felt snug up in here, and it was tight on my foot.
Yeah.
So I didn't know I just wanted to know what you thought about this shoe.
That one popped up on I think I was watching a pair on eBay or something the other day on that shoe, and it popped up again to check it out. I've been thinking about that one, honestly. I like it.
If you want it, man, we'll talk.
Shoot,
I ain't going. I mean, it's just sitting in my closet. I'm saying I can't do nothing with it. It's not. So yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
I'll hit you in DM.
Yeah, we can talk right after here. Right after this.
Okay.
Man, we making things happen around this time.
Making deals.
I mean, he could put it to use, man.
He can put it to use.
He can put it to use. Like I said,
let's see the comments start popping up right now.
It's my son's high school colors, actually, but his foot is bigger than mine.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say I probably got something in collection I can send you over there.
Yeah, he's 11 half 12.
He's my size.
So, right.
Hey, hot dog. The GT cut, the Nike, they coming out with their new Alpha project.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a guy on Instagram that's selling a light green pair of those GT cuts in a size 12. I don't know. We can talk after we get off here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Making deals.
It's all good.
You got anything else?
No, I think that was it. I just
I got a
wanted-
question. I want to get
Come
y'all's
on with
opinion.
it. Come on with it.
All right. Have y'all, I don't know if y'all been watching any Nightwings videos or if y'all have ever watched them or not.
Mhm.
He's done a couple of videos on the Travis Scott ones.
Hmm.
And in each
I
of
didn't
those
want to bring that up, but go ahead.
Do you want me to dodge it or you want me to bring it
No,
up?
no, 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 no,
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. By all means.
In each one of those videos, for the viewers in the chat room that doesn't know, he's had a pair of fake ones and a pair of real ones.
Mhm.
And the differences are indistinguishable. You cannot tell the difference. Matter of fact, I know a guy who has a pair of the low tops. He ran them through the check, verify, and the only thing that failed was there were 2 stitches under the insole around the last that were off center. The
Wow.
materials, the shape, the check, the colors, everything else passed as legit.
You know, I you know what? I didn't want to bring that up because I didn't know how you felt about talking about that, and especially with it being with Nightwing. But I did see that video.
Mhm.
There was one thing that I saw, like there was a difference in the height in the swoosh. I could see that. As far as like going from the top of the shoe to where the shoe was. And honestly, for me, it was surprising because I can't say that I've seen him review fakes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, it's been a few years, but they were really bad
Mhm.
when he first did them. I mean, noticeably bad.
Mhm.
So
So how did you feel about that? Do you feel like, because there's a lot, and this might be a perfect question for you, because they're in the sneaker community that we see a lot. A lot of people are saying that UAs are made in the same factory as legit pairs.
and I believe that. And my theory on it, y'all can tell me what you think. We don't see B grades in the factory outlets anymore.
Mhm.
You know what? Lately, I have on um one of the last B grades that I saw in the outlet was the championship, the cigar sixes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those in the outlets. They had a different box.
Yeah.
And I saw on Instagram somewhere where, or it was either Instagram or Twitter. I can't remember what shoe it was, but they were saying that another shoe they had some B grades in outlets. But you do, like you were saying, you really don't see B grades in the outlets anymore. Why do you think that?
Yeah, and one thing that before Nightwing even did a video on it, when the Grinches came out last Christmas, I was on OfferUp, I think, or eBay, and a guy had some. They were fakes. And he came right out and said they were. I'm sorry, they were variants or whatever, and it had a zoom heel unit and the same zoom unit in the forefoot that the real one had,
Mm-hmm.
but the Nike release did not have a zoom unit in the heel. So he's putting out a variant. Um, he's putting out a variant with better cushioning than what was found in the real version from Nike,
Mhm.
and that's what made me start noticing how these things are coming out. See, I don't know if the Carmines are B grades. I know they had the pink on the midsole, but I didn't know if they graded them B or not.
They did the Mellow 13s though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too because they had
Yep.
that bleed.
The black and yellow
Mhm.
13 with the red came through.
But you know the funny thing about that, real quick, about that Carmelo B grade. You remember when they brought out all those 05 13s and they had that burgundy and gray toe 13 that came out. That bled so bad on that the white outsole, the white rubber on the outsole.
Yeah, the white, what they call a white pause on the outsole
Mhm.
itself.
Right.
That was the only one that actually did that too, because
Well,
of
on my
that. Because
flints, you can see like the glue has turned almost like a reddish, purplish tint.
that was the type of glue that they was using, because
Yeah,
it was a different color than that clear that they was using.
Yeah.
Because it was yellow back in the day, I believe, that they was putting on them shoes, and then they turned around and changed all that shit.
All right. So me personally, I can never really bring myself to buy a UA or something that I think is not authentic. That's just my integrity. That's just my thought process. Even though a lot of people are saying that It's the same. Some people actually have even heard say the quality is better on the UAs or the fakes than what Nike's bringing out. It's not as many glue stains on it, but I don't know what it is. It might just be my mental capacity, or I don't know what it is. But I have seen where people are starting to go more towards that UA route or the fake route because the resale value is so high on these shoes that's coming out. They're like, I want
outrageous.
I want it. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it, and I'm not gonna tell anybody. And like you saying in that Nightwing video, you can't tell the difference. Only you would really know, unless you get down there with a microscope, and you're like, because the fakes that they're making now are nothing like they was when they first started making fakes.
Yeah, the SpongeBob Spizikes and
You took the word SpongeBob, put the zeros, the
the clear toe sevens.
Yeah. Right. So, me personally, it's just me.
Yeah.
I can't fault somebody else for doing what they want to do. If that's what they want, so be it. My thing is just don't buy a UA or a fake and try to pass it off as real or try to sell it as real.
Yeah,
because you have that a lot going on.
And I think that was the point that Nightwing was kind of trying to make too, is be careful what you're buying. Just because you're buying it from, I mean, you look at GOAT, StockX, who's approving those shoes? Some 25-year-old guy making whatever an hour who's just looking at the shape and saying, yeah, let's go, or
they went to authentication school, man. Come on.
Honestly, people like that, I think they just glad to be working at StockX.
Exactly. Yeah. They're around a bunch of shoes that they don't hardly rarely see.
Yeah, so you got a shoe that's that close to the real one. They're not going to want to know. They're not going to know what to look for, if there is even anything that tips them off.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what I think what he was getting at was, look how close these are. If you're not buying from a legit retailer, you're taking your chances through eBay or somewhere and get verified. You don't know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of like you, Hop, on that. On one hand, Nike doesn't care enough to produce enough for everybody or even half the people that want them. So what do I care if they get my money? But on the other hand, people put their time and effort into designing this thing. And whether I like the way Nike does it or not, it's still their property. So I'm like you. It doesn't feel right to not put the money back into them.
Yeah. But the game is so frustrating now, especially like for collectors like us that actually want the shoe and not trying to make money off the shoe or resell the shoe.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. It's like, it's almost like resale is the new retail almost.
Yeah.
For the authentic collectors, the real collectors. And I was like you at one time when you said you was done with the game, you was done with shoes. I was like that at one time, and I started selling off my collection. Then I met Black, and he's a bad influence. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, the hell I ain't.
So between him and Callie, they both had me scouring eBay for Avias and K-Swiss and everything else.
Oh, okay. So you know Callie too, huh?
Just from Instagram, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We had he was one of our first guests on the show.
Yeah.
Cali Vegas, that's the homie. So it's I guess, like I said, I guess my integrity won't let me buy a fake and some people might say, man, you crazy, because it's almost the same thing. But it's just not for me. If I can't get it, then it's just on to the next one. I've become numb to taking L's on the sneakers app and these other places. So it's just like, it is what it is. I used to get mad, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I went to a boutique today called Global here in Dallas, and I've got a friend of mine that works at Shields, the big store up in Springfield, and he hits me up, hey, we're getting this or we're getting this. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, okay. So the Lightning 4s and then those Oreo 5s that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling me nobody wants these things. Nobody's put their name in the raffle. Nobody cares for them. And I go to this global boutique today, and they're going $450, $500 sitting on the shelf. Well, somebody wanted them, but it wasn't. I mean, they're sitting. They're sitting at the store. He called me the day after the release of those Oreos and said, "Hey, I still got a stack of these things here. Do you want some?" I'm like, nope, I'm good. I didn't want them the other day, and I don't want them now. So
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy how, I mean, even, going back to the fakes and resale and all that, even with just inline general sneakers that come out, like just say the Griffies, when the Griffies came out,
yeah,
they selling out, the Barclays, they selling out. So it's like anytime you get something that comes out, even it, those Form High 84s, the white and blue ones I got, man, it took me, I mean, I sat probably about an hour trying to find that shoe before I actually found it. And this was some site I'd never been to before, and they had a full size run. And I'm like, stuff like that, it shouldn't sell out, but it did.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, you see resale on them things going for like $300, and they was what, 1/3 of retail.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's kind of like the gift and the curse, especially with all this COVID going on, to where all these prices going up.
Yeah, it's COVID. It's people sitting at the house. They're not actually going in the stores to see. 320 is the new 190. That ain't no lie. They're not actually going in the store to see what the shoe looks like. They're just assuming that people are going to want it. And I mean, like the Bordeaux's the 6s, the resale on those is like $215 on StockX.
Mm-hmm.
They were $190 or $200 retail. So I mean, they're not even that high.
Yeah.
The 11 lows the IEs that I have, I think they're right around the same price, $190,
Mm-hmm.
$200. So, but they sold out in a heartbeat on the sneakers app. And
so they say.
Yeah, so they say till they restock right before Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But,
or they'll do a random restock.
We know how to get these suckers.
Now.
We know how to sell them. Hold on.
Yep. Put out half and then wait and see what it does.
All right. So do you have another question, Hop? I think I got one last question.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
All right. One last question for you. If you can go back in the time machine, tell me what sneaker that you would bring back to modern day time. One sneaker. That's all you get.
88 white cement 3s.
That was easy.
I'm holding on to that one.
See that shoe didn't came out since what, 13?
The white cement. Yeah, unless you count that free throw line when they did for All-Star Weekend.
I don't count that because of the outsole.
I tell you, the denims that came out last year before last.
Yeah,
that's not an OG colorway, but that's a pretty nice shoe too. I went ahead and grabbed 2 pair of those just because they were close.
Mm-hmm.
And from afar away, you can't tell it's denim. It looks like it's a gray or a black. So
it does.
Yeah,
it does.
But yeah, I'd grab a white and cement 88 or the black and white Maestro 2 that has never retroed.
The 2, right? You said the 2?
Yeah, the 2.
Yeah,
the 2.
Okay. Now, you said something about solo flights. Now we kind of like getting into the bag. You said solo flights earlier. Like, which one do you like the better, the 89 or the 90?
I'll say the 90 because I had the 90. That was my junior year, maybe sophomore year. I can't remember. Might have been sophomore year basketball shoe.
So you came out in 92?
Yeah, I graduated 92.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Knees are still working so far.
That's what's up.
Well, man, we appreciate you for coming through.
Man, anytime, for real. This is fun.
Hey, man, it was definitely fun, man. And you know what? And when I reached out to you, and I was like, I should have been did it, but I was like, what if he say no? I was like, then I told Hop, I said, you know what, man? He can either say yes or no, move on to the next. So
no, man, anytime, man. If you want me back, let me know.
Yeah,
Oh, you'll definitely be back.
It'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back then. You'll
Absolutely.
definitely be back, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you for coming through.
Hope the chat room enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, spending these 2 hours with us, man. We really do appreciate you. We love going down memory lane. We always call it nostalgia hour, hashtag nostalgia hour. And that's what we're about, man. 80s and 90s, because that's what we grew up on. That was
Just
the best eras.
don't put me in no sneaker battles because most of the heat I've had in my life is already gone.
Here you go. Hey, real quick, what do you think about the JTH3, Justin Timberlake? Since you said 3 is your favorite shoe, I want to know what your opinion is on that JTH with the swoosh on it.
You talking about the tan ones?
No.
You know the white cement
Or the white cement?
Super
The
Bowls.
Super Bowls,
yeah,
Super Bowls.
I like the tan ones better, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I bought the Tinkers. I bought those when they came out.
I like the Tinkers myself.
And I like the Tinkers. But I've seen that what was it called, In the Woods or whatever, the brown one, the tan one that came out. And I tell you, I'm a sucker for that Vachetta tan leather.
Gotcha.
I am. The Brand Black had a shoe that was made with it. The Jordan 6 that was made with, the Kamikaze was made with it. It just looks so good when you wear it.
I'm laughing at 313's comment. Somebody guess who has to eat for him then.
Hey, show your best beater. That would probably be his best question. So he wears everything.
He wears everything.
Oh, real quick, do you have any shoes that you said you did say there was one shoe that you would never wear? Is there anything else before we get up out of here?
One shoe that I'd never wear?
Yeah, well, what shoe do you have in your collection that you would never wear? I know you said one that what was that shoe that you said that you hadn't worn?
I wear them all, man.
So there's no shoes that you have.
You say you don't discriminate.
There's no trophies in my closet, man. If I bought them, I'm wearing them.
Amen.
It is. Hey, hashtag wear your kicks, right?
Take them to church.
That's it. I bought them, I'm wearing them.
Shout out to Money Fresh.
Unless I get that 88 white cement.
So you don't have the retro that came out?
Which one? The white cement?
Right.
The only white cement I've got in my closet right now is from 03. And the back tabs broke off and the window is foggy and I'm scared to wear them, but they're still in my closet.
Yeah, don't wear them.
Don't wear them.
Don't wear them.
Trophy cake. It was like cake.
Do you have you ever thought about getting them restored?
Man, I thought about it, but I put too much money into new stuff, man. I may if they ever come out with one with a good shape and everything with the midsole like that, I may go ahead and try to match it up.
Gotcha. Cool. And the reason why I say that because I know a guy on Instagram that makes the back tabs.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Because there was one out in California that I saw did them.
I think it's you got one that's Soul Restorations. You got Jayologist.
Jayologist. That's
the one we got all back tabs.
The one I saw. Okay.
Yeah. You got plenty of people that do it, but those are the top ones that I know.
Yeah. Me and Black, we had our Fire Red 3s done. We took the back tabs off of those and put the Nike Air on it because who knows when they're gonna re-release that Fire Red.
Face.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus we got the 07 pair, not the 13 pair.
Yeah.
So
that's why anytime I get a 3 and I think I want to soul swap and try to fix them out, I look at it like, man, I don't want to ruin that new 3 to make that old 3.
Yeah. But dope interview, man. We appreciate you really coming on, man. And really, man, we could probably talk all night.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'll come back anytime y'all want me to. We can pick it back up.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Most definitely.
Great talk. Appreciate you answering everything.
Yes, sir.
Even asking us questions. We I don't think
we
we
rarely get that. Yeah,
right, exactly. So it was refreshing for you to ask our opinion about something, and I appreciate that.
Let's say Black and I talked on Instagram a lot about a lot of stuff, so I felt kind of comfortable where I could probably get away with it. So
it's all man. Hey, look, we're an open platform, so pretty much anything.
Yeah. Anytime you want
to bring up.
Real quick before we do get out of here, is this something down the pipeline that that you can probably share with us that won't probably that you won't get in trouble for or anything like that?
Like,
man, y'all might need to watch out for this.
The only thing I know right now that I can share is just if you want a cool gray 11, they're not going to be that hard.
Okay.
Which you
We
probably
see. Hey,
already,
you could get them now.
Yeah,
You
we
probably
get
already
them
knew
things
that.
now. Exactly.
You probably knew that. I've already had 2 people I know ask me, "Hey, we're getting them in the store. Do you want a pair?"
For retail,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need to talk.
You know,
We
I'll
need to
see
talk.
I'll see what we can do.
cash
We
out
need to
ready.
talk.
There it is.
Hey, as long as we know that they're coming from a store,
Yeah.
yes.
I
Because
trust
okay,
you. Though.
one more time before we go. How many of these shoes? How many of these cool gray 11s do you think are UAs or not legit? That's floating around.
Right now,
Yeah.
I would bet half of them,
Mm-hmm.
maybe more.
I say more. Yeah.
Because with the trouble that stores are having getting stock right now, I don't know how they're getting all these UAs over here around the shipping issues, but just it's going to take a little bit longer than what y'all were ready to get off. But the guy that works at Shields that I was talking to, he normally supplies 15 to 20 high schools around the Springfield area with basketball shoes.
Mm-hmm.
They've got no team basketball shoes right now except for the Zion.
Wow.
That's it. They've got no Under Armours, no Adidas, no nothing. So he's only got 5 schools he can supply this year. So he's looking at the supply. There's no Kyrie's. There's not even on the calendar to arrive.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't believe the cool grays are that numerous over here already. That people are, because you're not going to get just 1 or 2 pair. You're going to get the whole shipment over here.
Yeah.
So
It's surprising that you see all these cool grays, but what you didn't see early was 11 low IEs.
Nope.
I didn't see those early. It was one other shoe that I didn't see early. Oh, you don't see the Saquons early. Those cross trainers.
Yeah.
There's a couple of stores that released them in Canada that I know of.
Yeah.
But you just don't see those out like you see these cool gray 11s.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're not interested in those shoes, those cool gray 11s, and he hits you up, let's talk business afterwards.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on Black to buy those Flight Light 2s and let me know how they look.
I got my size, man. The biggest size they got was 11, man. I missed out.
You know, the crazy thing is, Black sent me that shoe about a month ago? You saw it on eBay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sent me that shoe, and I was like, it's just a Flight 2. Me personally, I want the Flight 89 high. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But when they brought the Flight 89 back out, man, the quality was
trash.
Yes.
Horrible.
Yes. That's one of my favorite shoes right there. Non-Jordan is the Flight 89.
The white, black, and reds for me.
Yes. I bought the white and red ones.
I got the white and red ones too. And they didn't even come with that black tongue on the netting or the black netting on the tongue. They didn't come with that.
No.
So why?
I saw a couple pair in stores and I was excited about them because true story, when 2000, when the white, black, red 5s first retroed that year, I was in the store and I had a pair of those on and a pair of the retro Flight 89s on. I picked the 89s over the 5s because they felt better. Materials were good on those. I had those things for 10, 12 years.
Yeah. That's around time when I first started working at Foot Locker. They brought the black ones out, and I bought them black ones.
Black ones, gray swoosh.
Yep.
That gray swoosh was so buttery. It was so sweet.
Exactly.
I got a white and orange pair, and they buttery, bro. Just buttery. Man, we can talk all night, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. They know where they can find us, man. You know, shout your stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them know where they can find you at. You know,
if
you're on YouTube.
4005 Instagram. That's about it for me.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming through, man. You know, WEARTESTERS alumnus, dope reviews that y'all got going on over there, man.
That's it, man. We're still trying.
Nah, y'all doing it. Y'all ain't trying. Y'all actually doing it.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you once again, man. We definitely got to do this again.
Yes, sir.
We definitely got to do this again.
Don't leave.
Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet.
We end this broadcast. Don't leave.
I'm still.
We finna do our outros real quick. I got to come up close, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat coming through, man. This your boy Black Ass African, man, aka BAA, aka Black. Quick note, Me and Skip got a battle this coming Saturday on Who Has the Heat, I believe. E-Money, if you're still in the chat, 313 if you're still in the chat, let us know if it's going to be Saturday. Sunday, I don't know if I'll be able to do it because a lot of football going to be on. I can't miss my Bucks. But anyway, with that being said, man, I'm going to pass it over to my boy Hop Dog so we can get up out of here.
Man, I really ain't just Hop Dog 18. You can find me on IG. I really don't have nothing else to say, man. I'm ecstatic, man. It's a dope interview, great guest, and we appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Till then, man, y'all keep it retro, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
We're Retro Talk Forum. I'm Hop Dog 18. You can find me on IG, and I'm gonna pass it over to my brother this way.
What's good, people? It's your boy Black Ass African, aka BAA.